Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So let me start off by saying how humbled and grateful I am for this opportunity. So I never thought in a million years Toyota would reach out to me and say, hey, we have this event, an opportunity for you to come out and drive a number of brand new 2022, a few 2021s, Tacomas and 4Runners. Different trim levels, of course. Go ahead and drive it through the northern Georgia mountains. And I didn't believe it at first. I even had to fact check it to make sure that it was an authentic request, but it was. So super grateful for this opportunity. All of yesterday we were driving up and down some pretty awesome trails out here north of Atlanta, and I tell you what, it was a phenomenal experience. Today's technically day 2, but I figured I'd kind of slow down for a second, just kind of introduce that as an opportunity that I was given yesterday. So super grateful for it, super humbled, especially when you see the company that I was with. You got folks like Hanson from Shifting Lanes, you got TRD John, Toyota Jeff, you got some amazing YouTubers, and who am I? I'm just some goofy goober who walks around vehicles and blabs about them, right? So nothing too fancy that you get from me. So all that to say, I wouldn't have been given this opportunity if it weren't for you guys, so I do really appreciate it, and I mean that. So blah blah blah, I'll stop my little stint there, but I wanted to formally introduce and walk around this Lime Rush 2022 4Runner TRD Pro, as I did a number of times yesterday, but I didn't really slow down and actually look at it and show you guys the new details of it. So obviously this is the aftermath with a little bit of dirt splashed on it, which I think most Toyota folks would appreciate this look over the nice shiny clean look, which I agree, it looks pretty dang good. But you guys know me, I'm not a hardcore off-roader, so this was me kind of getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm super happy I did, because it was a blast. And this thing is so capable, stuff that I would never feel confident rolling through on my own, having not come through, with the group here. It just tackled like a champ. It was amazing. So let's talk about the color for starters. So Lime Rush, we know that. Over here, I'll show you that here in a second. We got the electric lime metallic. I didn't realize how different they were until I saw them in person here, and I'll show you more in detail of the Tacoma to show you a good difference for them. But the electric lime metallic on the Tacoma is much darker, has a darker hue to it, and I think it looks a lot better, in my personal opinion. This is cool, especially when the dirt's on it and you're rolling through the woods. It's hard to not like it. However, it does kind of scream Toyota Prius a little bit, right? If I'm being honest. I do like Lunar Rock much better than the Lime Rush. But the electric lime metallic is, I think, on par with Lunar Rock when it comes to just specialness, if you will, in my personal opinion, guys, so don't beat me up. So for the 22, we have a couple new things, and I'm just going to start with the most obvious, and that is the blind spot monitors. So you actually get these now, this little guy that lets you know when you have, obviously someone in your blind spot, or, cross traffic or cross section pedestrian detection and stuff like that. All the other goodies for that you'd get with Toyota Safety Sense are still there. Got your adaptive cruise control up there as well. All the other standard bits to it. Same wheels as the previous year as well. Same suspension setup with the TRD Tune Fox suspension, which, tell you what, I've never been more impressed with this. But it's kind of sad that it took the 4Runner so long, took Toyota so long to actually implement the blind spot monitor integrating it within this platform here. And the other bit is, I don't have the keys to it right now, so I'm not showing you actually the functionality of it, but you have the 360-degree camera setup. So you got it underneath here, of course up front. Probably got a glimpse of that. So this camera system is new for the 22 here. And as of 21, the previous year, they actually introduced finally LED headlights with low beams matching the actual fog lights finally. So again, kind of slow to catch up with some of the basic things of the 21st century at this point, but all the important stuff for what this vehicle is built for, it is phenomenal. So I'll show you around the back here, and we'll pop over to the electric lime metallic Tacoma. So honestly, between the two, I really like the 4Runner. You know, both of them are phenomenal when it comes to off-road, as you'd imagine, especially both being TRD Pros here. But I tell you what, that 4Runner definitely inspired a lot of confidence as you're going through the trails. Not to say this didn't, but it definitely felt different. Of course, it's a truck, it's a little bit longer, so you can't expect the same out of it. But the 4Runner, in my opinion, was clearly superior between the two of them. I'll show the front up here. I'll show you some of the additional goodies on this. Starting with up top, you got the topical map on the hood scoop, which is pretty sweet. I actually didn't know that was a thing. I didn't look too much into the 22 Tacoma outside of just seeing a few images of the new color here. But you can already tell that this is a deeper hue, a deeper green to it, which I think looks pretty sleek. So you also have some upgraded upper control arms, TRD upper control arms for the 22 here, which looks pretty badass. And tell you what, it rolls through everything with such ease. And I'm a noob. You guys know I'm a total noob when it comes to off-roading, and it made me feel like a champ as I was rolling through it. We also have new wheels. New wheels on the Pro here, but they also match. So these are his black under there, I assure you. It's more like a satin matte black. They also match the bronze 16-inch wheels on the Trail Edition. And I'll wrap up the video with kind of a quick rundown of this too, okay guys, if you guys are interested in that. So with this setup, it is, I believe, an inch. I should have double checked before this video, forgive me. I believe it's actually an inch higher up front, and I think a half inch higher in the rear. Don't totally quote me on that, but I know it is a bit higher than the previous Pro.
I think she said someone else will stop it somewhere. She's going to see if they can grab it. So if they grab it.
So this is new too, of course. You guys have seen this plenty, I'm sure. I'm indifferent on it. You tell me what you think. You know, I know some people who really like that. To some people, it's kind of an afterthought. So you can kind of get a glimpse there of the difference of the two colors. Got the TRD catback exhaust, as we've all have grown to love and appreciate. Still has the 3.5 liter V6 with the 6-speed automatic transmission, the manual option. Same goes, well not same goes, but 4 liter, the same 4 liter and 5-speed automatic within the 4Runner there. Which I think having those longer gears, I don't know, it serves to its benefit, especially when you're off-roading. Definitely a sleek color. So this one does have window tint, of course. I think even the windshield is tinted a little bit, just for you guys' reference. Got a sunroof on it. Got the rigid industry fog lamps, which is a carryover really since 2017, right? Definitely a sleek truck. I didn't think I was going to like it that much, but in person it really does pop. You know, similar to Voodoo Blue. I don't know about you guys, but when Voodoo Blue came out, I was not about that life. But, well, I don't know, it's grown on me. I think it's probably my favorite color at this point, Voodoo Blue. So, alright, this is the Trail Edition. So brand new for 22 as well. And pretty cool. This is similar to the FJ Cruiser, what it set out to be. Bare bones, basic, but with all the off-roading goodies that you would need. Nothing more, but nothing less. So pretty straightforward. It does have a rear locker on it, which, again, all you really need, and having off-road yesterday in some hairy situations, that rear locker came in clutch a couple times. So really cool. It is just over an inch higher in the front and a half inch higher in the rear. But yeah, you don't even get fog lamps on it. It's a stripped down version, really just for trail riding, and it's exactly that. You got the bronze Toyota script up front, which is pretty neat. Nice subtle touches. And you do still have the radar adaptive cruise control, Toyota safety sense up there. Especially being a Land Cruiser Heritage Edition fanboy, I really have grown to love and appreciate the whole bronze wheel thing. I think it looks pretty dang sleek. Tell you what, and it performed exceptionally well. So I had an opportunity to drive all of them for about 45 minutes to an hour each. So it was really nice being able to feel the difference between each of the suspensions, to include the new TRD lift kit offered through Toyota. It's a 2-inch lift for the Toyota Tacoma. It's not on this, you know, it just comes factory with the 1 inch and a 1/2 inch in the rear. But there's now an offering from Toyota that will bump up your Toyota Tacoma suspension 2 inches up front and 1 inch in the rear. And it rode extremely smooth in my opinion. So one last shot, I'll share, get a good look at this, that color. And we'll bop over here, get a look at this. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I'm sure other folks on YouTube have made mention of this too. It just doesn't seem like the color that would be fitting for the most aggressive off-road trim for the 4Runner, in my personal opinion. But it doesn't take away from its performance and capability and exclusivity, right? You can never go wrong buying a exclusive TRD Pro color. You know, they are going to hold value the best, regardless of what it is, because it will always can be more of a niche market, but it'll never drop that much in value, at least historically speaking, right? All right, team. Well, I made this video plenty long. We'll wrap it up there. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Until next time.